Getting closer to home, earlier we were joined for perspective on a unique form of lending taking place here in Israel as the country increasingly looks to alternative banking methods. On set, we are joined now by Joe Rosen, director of the Israel Free Loan Association. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Pleasure.
Tell us about the mission of your group.
The Israel Free Loan Association is a non-profit organization with the purpose of helping. Originally it was new immigrants, and during the course of time we've extended it to what we basically call the working poor in Israel and small businesses. The people who are working, do have an income, cannot make ends meet, and therefore turn to us to get extra help.
Interesting. Well, we have seen in recent years a lot of backlash to the traditional banking system, both here and also in the United States. How have people responded to this initiative?
As far as we are concerned, and from what we have seen, we are providing loans to people who either have exhausted anything that the banks will offer them because they are low income, or are not even given an entrance into the banks to get that. Small businesses similarly are a branch that the banks don't like at all. They are high risk, but in many cases they are the source of the financial backing for a family, and without help from organizations like ourselves, they would not manage to keep their head above water.
All right. Well, your company claims a 99.8% loan repayment rate, which seems likely that most banks could envy that. How do you attest for that?
I think there are various points. One is I think that the people who receive loans from us feel a sense of responsibility because they have been given help which they wouldn't get from another source. They respect that. We also have an efficient department that, whilst not being punitive to anybody, but we make it very clear that we would like our money back, because the whole basis of the Israel Free Loan Association is the recycling of the monies. We are a fund of just over $50 million, and this has enabled us to give loans of $220 million, because once money comes in, it goes out again to the next person. So we talk about green money, money that is recycling and being used time and time again. And were we to waive that money, it would mean that we not only have lost that sum of money, but also its potential recycling. So we do take guarantors, which also makes people feel more responsible, because they don't want to put one of their friends into the invidious situation of having to pay for them. And so of the large number of loans that we have given, the figure of defaults is exactly 0.19%.
Well, how do you maintain the free nature, the interest of these loans, interest-free nature of these loans?
The way they are exactly what they are said to be. If a person receives as a private loan, an individual loan, 20,000 shekel, that's exactly the amount that they return. If the question is how do we finance, how do we pay for our overheads and all that, we have various sources that we get donations specifically for that. We give back office services to some large organizations that we take care of the granting of loans that they would like to give and don't have the tools to do it themselves, organizations from abroad, and that is the main way that we finance the borrower themselves pays back exactly to the shekel what they received.
Well, thank you very much for being with us, Joe Rosen.
My pleasure. Thank you.